Good morning, and welcome to a special chapel chat. So, today is Food Pantry Day. It is actually 8 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning as I'm recording this, and we are getting ready for our food pantry. So I thought I would give all of you an idea of what is happening here inside this church every couple of weeks. We're always doing something down here, but today is one of the big days. So I'm just going to give you a quick walkthrough of our food pantry, and then we'll take a look at actually what's happening as the day progresses as well. So hold on while I try and flip my camera and don't turn the video off. I did not do it. See, this is not working. I guess we're going to have to cut. And we're back. So what we see here then is our line of carts that we're going to start using here in a little bit to start running some of our drinks and our refrigerated items upstairs. Now these have been wonderfully donated by County Market to us. They're older style carts where they have the new rubber ones, and they just have these sitting around and decided to throw us a couple, and we are super appreciated to County Market for that. Over here we have our drink cabinet, which is where we keep our flavored drinks. We have a second one next to it that's almost full as well. And this is the kind of stuff that we give out to make sure that people can stay hydrated. On top of that, we have a cart full of what is normally water, but today is Propel because that is all that Midwest had. And the reason for that is they've sent so much water to Missouri and Kentucky with the flooding and stuff like that, that they are running low on water supplies. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at our pretty empty shelves. Now you can see here that we don't have a whole lot of food on these shelves right now. And that is because we are all boxed up and ready to go for our distribution today. We've got our cereal here, we've got almond milk, we got all kinds of stuff going on that side. And so what happens during our process when box building night is what we call it, we come through the aisles like that, and then we come by and we just pick up our things. And you'll see these orange tags. I'm not necessarily going to zoom in on them now, but each one of those tells you what to put in a box. And so you take a cart, you grab it and you push it along in front of you. One of these carts is fantastic for that. And so you take your cart and you just come right along and you start filling it up with stuff. And so right in here, we've got our baby food, but we don't need that for our general boxes. We give those out special. And so like this one says, 1 canned veggie or tomato sauce. And so we grab one of those. We grab a meat. We grab a soup. And we just start putting those in our cart. And so you kind of get an idea of what we do to build these boxes. And we follow this around in a pattern and fill our carts with all of the different things. Now this is our chip and snack aisle. Yes, we have aisles just like a grocery store. We've tried to set things up so that they make sense. And right now we're pretty stocked on snacks, on chips especially, and some of our snacks. We've got some great looking chocolate covered pretzels over here. We've got candy bars down there. Sue Grove and I are eyeballing these peanut M&M's displays like they're going home with us. And quite frankly, you guys, if you've never had a tube of these crackers right here, these are from Kellogg's and they're called Toasted Butter Crisp Crackers. They're fantastic. Absolutely love the fact that they're down here because every now and then, I'll admit, I sneak down and snag a tube to munch on at my desk in the church. So then we've got here, we've got the end of our snack aisle, and then we've got our overflow shelves over here, which, as you can see, are pretty bare. And that's kind of the state of our pantry right now, is that it's kind of low on all of our stuff. Now we've got our boxes stored over here. They're kind of a stacked mess, but we go through most of those across the point of a week here. And so this is all the kind of stuff that happens and what's going on inside of our pantry here right now. All right, what we've got here is a completely full refrigerator. You can see some eggs down there. We've got some other things that are loose that we haven't packed up yet. But each one of these bags is a bag that is ready to go and go out into the cars as they come up here today from 9 to 11. And over here in our freezer, you can see the same situation. We've got freezer bags stacked and ready to go out the door. Plus we've got our overflow stuff and the stuff that we didn't have made up yet so that we can keep going here. Now we've got about 70 of those ready to go and packed into each of these freezers so that they can go out the door. I'm not sure on the number of fridge bags, but it should be about the same, because we expect to have 70 people come through our line today at a minimum. Now out here, as we walk out into the fellowship hall, you can see some of our boxes. And so these are boxes that we made up on Tuesday of this week so that they were ready to go. And you can see that they've got all of the stuff in them. They went by that list that was in there, the little tags on each one of the shelves, and picked out the items that they've put inside of these. And it's filling this box. This is a decent amount of food, but to be quite honest with you, it's kind of small for us, because we haven't been able to get as much food from Midwest. And out here right now, we've probably got about 15 boxes sitting here ready to go. And so those are the boxes that are gonna go upstairs here in a little bit as the people start to come in for our distribution. Now over here on our counter, you can see all of this right here. This is all going to the town of Ludlow. There are people in that town who cannot get out of town or to come here. They don't have transportation. And so once a month, we take a full box to each one of them on our list up there. And we've got about 7 on our list right now, I think, that are all going to go in there and head to Ludlow here once our distribution is done. Pastor Emily and I take those up there and drop them off at their doors so that they are still taken care of, because we did get this food pantry from Ludlow. So it's because of that church and that community that we're able to do what we do. All right, here we go. This is the hallway, and you can see each and every one of these boxes sitting here ready to go. We've got 20 boxes out here in the hallway ready to go. These are some of our fantastic volunteers that are here, including Pastors Emily and Susan. So we've got more boxes lined up over here ready to go. These are all going outside as our cars start to line up. And there's actually even a car already in line. But then here's our meeting room. Some of you have already been in here for meetings. This is what happens during the week of food pantry. We fill it with everything else, which actually gives us almost 50 boxes up here on the top or the first floor of the church so that they can go out the door smooth and quickly. This is all some of the stuff that happens on Tuesday nights to get ready for our food pantry so that we can actually do all of the things that we're doing with that. It smooths the process and makes it run really, really well. Now we come back out here and you will see a couple of bins here on the floor. And what we do with these is we will fill these with our freezer and refrigerated stuff once it comes time to get ready to go so that they can go out with our boxes as well. All right, you can see some of the chaos happening. We're getting ready. We've got our bread, we've got our corn, we've got our refrigerator bags, we've got legs, we've got a bucket full of frozen stuff, basket full of potatoes, and Darius and Joel. And so we've got this. We've got carts loaded and ready to go out. And this is my fantastic camera moves here. So we're going to walk outside. And as we walk out the canopy, we also have our feminine hygiene products because we're giving those away. But I want you guys to see the real point of everything that we're doing right now. And so this line, as you might have heard me say, started at about 10 after 8. And so it is now 8:50. So we are 40 minutes farther along than that. And we have this line of cars stretching all the way back to the gathering place, as you can see here as I round the cars. And so this is what's going on a Saturday morning at the church. And this is honestly a fairly average line for us. We expect it to continue to grow here over the next little bit. Because as I said just a little bit ago, we expect to move about 70 households through our food pantry here this morning. All right, we have officially started. We've got carts out here. We've got Darius and Joel loading things up. We've got Pastors Susan and Emily checking everybody in so that we know who was here. And if you take a quick look out, you can see that our line has grown again and is now starting to wrap back down the street all the way on in there past the basketball court. And so this is the kind of stuff that we're looking at, and it is just now 9:03. So we are getting moving here with the pantry, and this is what it looks like on a Saturday morning here at the church. All right, folks, that's the end of our day. As you can see, there's no more line, but we've still had a couple of cars come through. It is roughly 10:50, and for the first time in the history of this pantry, we had to shut down early because we were out of food. We had over 85 households come through here today. All of them in need, all of them looking for food. The community service center was having a special distribution today, and they ran out early and started sending people our way too. And so thanks to all that you guys have done to help build this up, we were able to do as much as we did, which is more than we've ever done in the past. This is by far the busiest day we've had so far. And so there is no point where this is getting easier or becoming less as the world continues to become more expensive and we continue to experience the shortages. So that's a little glimpse into what we have happening here at our food pantry pretty much every time. It's not always quite this busy, but there's always this much need and there's always this many people doing good. And I would have shown you those people, but we were so busy that I never had a chance to do any more video during the food pantry, and quite frankly they were all smelly at the end, so I sent them home to take showers. So y'all didn't want to see that anyways. But I do want to thank you for joining me for another special chapel chat. I'll see you again next time. Have a great week.